Libra. It's your girl, Javy. High Priestess. Back at it again with the general tarot reading for Libra, Sun, Moon, and or Rising for Sagittarius season 2020. And first things first, don't be scared. Go for it. Do it. Whatever it is, you're like revving up, amping up, new connections coming, new opportunities, and it's not a time to be scared to branch out. Because I feel like, Libra, there's been a lot of closed doors. You may be feeling really guarded, really like taking care of like you, tying up loose ends. That could be something that's coming in thick. But with the closing of the door comes new beginnings. It's just like, I don't know. For some of you, there's just new beginnings with family, new beginnings in your relationships, but it's very like forward motion. Get out of my way. Like, I ain't like not thinking about you. That's something that comes through. Like, oop. Anything about you tonight? I don't know who that's for. I just wanna have a good time. Keep you on my mind. Find a little shawty I like. Anything about you tonight? Hey, anything about you tonight? What's going on, Libra? I mean, Venus is a busy little baddie, making a lot of aspects, big aspects in the sky. This new moon in Sagittarius is also happening the same day as a solar eclipse on December 14th. Then the next day, your ruling planet, this really affects Two of Wands. This really affects Libra, Sun, and Libra Rising especially, but Venus is going into Sagittarius on the 15th. So with the Sun and Mercury. So it's going to be all of them piled up in Sagittarius for the rest of Sagittarius season. Now, your ruling planet going from Scorpio into Sagittarius, it's like getting out of the ick, out of the thick of it, out of the intensity, into a more joyful, buoyant kind of energy. Like, hey, anything about you tonight? But there is something about closing doors, Libra, that's coming up. But when Venus goes into Sagittarius, you may be attracting in adventure. Ooh, and when I said attracting in, the King of Swords came out. We'll get there. But attracting in new adventures, new ideas, new philosophy, attracting in truth, attracting in long-term lovers and friends. Also, reaching and caring more about the higher meaning of things versus the thick intensity, like looking at the bigger picture, being able to see the bigger picture of things. There is just a higher meaning, a depth that's coming that isn't so all encapsulating. It's just like the depth of it all really will start to mean more to you. And some of you may be attracting in someone with heavy Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius placements, or some of you are really, there's something about language. maybe mastering a stutter, mastering a speech impediment, mastering something with dyslexia, maybe mastering your thoughts, really communicating in a different way. Some of you may be traveling to speak somewhere, traveling to learn something, traveling for a mentor. Some of you may be traveling with or to see this King of Swords. Also make sure that you guys, some of the closed doors, it's like some of you are closing doors on people that have been really cold, people that have been really sharp. You're like really Two of Wands style, understanding that the world is in your hands. You have the power, the ball's in your court. Two of Wands being the first card out, you guys are really like planning life moves. These are like making big decisions. And there's an opportunity that I asked specifically for messages for the rest, not the beginning, the rest of Sagittarius season. And so there may be opportunities to travel, but there is an opportunity in some way to take the road less traveled, or to just stick with the tried and true. But either way, the ball is in your court, Libra. And there is an opportunity to level up. So don't shy away from interactions, as long as you know you're whatever, however you feel about the pandemic and masks and stuff like that. I'm not about to argue with y'all. But as long as you're safe, do what you can. There may be opportunities in leadership in regards to your field. You may there may be an opportunity for a promotion. You may be traveling for work, traveling for a promotion, really needing to consider that. And some of you just may be on the go, but planning in a different way, really letting logic lead, really leaning. Some of you are really studying too. Whew. And by way of intellect comes transformation, by way of new information, by way of mastering your words, mastering your thoughts, mastering your ability and your connection to the divine, your ability to manifest, mastering your acceptance of the endings in your life, acceptance of the transformations, acceptance of the fact that this is a rebirth, that you've never been where you're going. Some of you may be having harsh conversations with an Aries or Sagittarius. An Aries or a Scorpio, I guess a Sagittarius. I meant to say Scorpio. But there are endings here. And acceptance is really what's needed for the remainder of Sagittarius season. Deep breaths. Especially if someone is being harsh to you, if someone is being cold, like, stop fighting for it. And also stop being so, like, giving and trying to, tend to someone who isn't tending to you, babe. I'm sorry. Let it go. Keep it moving. Don't be a groupie. Keep it moving so you can rebuild. 3 of Pentacles. When you allow the endings to happen, when you let the dead things be done. For some of you, you're stuck on a betrayal. It's just like you want to win. It's this Aries Libra access thing is like, it's harsh. It's definitely, there's a looping in the mind over a betrayal, over or you guys are really striving for a breakthrough. There's just a breakthrough coming there's a breakthrough coming in the ways that you've kept yourself stuck, in the things that you haven't been able to let go of. And when you let the old go, the new comes in. If you build it, they will come, babe. This is like you don't shy away from this transformation. And a lot of this transformation started in Scorpio season. And there are new opportunities, people really, coming to you for information. Really, it's just time to build. Also, doing a lot of research, really investing in knowledge, investing in new businesses, investing in collaborations. But it's, yeah, because as soon as I said collaborations, there's the Six of Wands, last card out. Bottom of the deck is the Page of Wands. It's like the rest of Sagittarius season brings new connections, possibly new relationships. But there is a new connection. Wow, seven again. Page of Wands, Seven of Swords, Eight of Swords, King of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune, Three of Swords, Two of Swords, High Priestess. Wow, some of you are really holding on to a betrayal, especially if it involved an earth sign, or if it involves someone who is maybe holding money over you or has the financial upper hand, possibly someone with heavy earth or fire placements. There's just a lot of heartbreak, indecision, going back and forth. But it's time to get rebellious, to be done, to separate yourself, to be apart, to really put the work in to healing your heart so that you can welcome in the new and level up and be done with feeling left out and moving forward. Bitch, we about to get into it. Let's go. All right, Libra, let's get into it. Please clarify the Two of Wands for Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising, the rest of Sagittarius season 2020. There are some decisions coming, plans that need to be made. You becoming the authority in your life, you really stepping up. Also, Libra, be careful of the King of Swords is also the most savage king in the deck. So some of you may be being mean. You may have said something sharp that is, generating an ending or a transition or a rebirth of a relationship, or a rebirth of a business. Don't be afraid that if you've already spilled the beans, if you've already fucked up in some way, or you said something too harsh, because either way, you come out victorious, you come out replenished, because you do come out humbled by it. It does, I feel you guys really learning a lesson. But just be careful and so if you haven't gone off on anyone, be careful, just because it's really important that you strive to attain mastery over your mental health, over your mental processes, over your thoughts, over the words that you let slip past your lips, because they could bring endings. They could bring powerful transformations. And so it's just just be careful. Really think before you speak. Think before you act. Please clarify the Two of Wands. And it's time to... that's what I'm saying. Some of you, you're still there's stuff that happened in the past in Scorpio season, that you're still paying attention to. Something happened in Scorpio season that put the ball in your court. You're really taking your power back. You're really stepping yourself up. So don't backslide as far as your power and your progress, or understanding how valuable you are, how powerful you are. Please clarify the Two of Wands. Take a deep breath, please, Libra. There are decisions about professionalism, rationality, really getting ambitious. But it's important that you are very truthful, that you're disciplined. The rest of this season really needs to be maybe a head over heart, really overly more articulate than usual, more analytical than usual. Really, really think before you speak, please. Talk to everybody like you're talking to your boss. Some of you, there may be endings in regards to work. Some of you this Two of Wands, this does not want to talk. Please clear, all right, please let me focus. All right. Please clarify the Two of Wands for Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising for the rest of Sagittarius season 2020. Some of you aren't eating enough. That's something that's coming through. Whew. Yeah, it's like you're drinking more than you're eating. Some of you may be drinking your calories. Be careful. Some of you, there is like maybe someone that you want to go party with, or someone that you want to go celebrate with. Going home to, like, I don't know, I just start rolling with the homies. I don't know. There's something, some of you may be traveling to go party, to go see someone. Some of you are thinking about, I hear event planning, getting into events, getting into, which, I mean, I don't know what the hell, y'all, maybe Zoom, online events, things of that nature. But don't shy away from being social. Don't shy away from, especially like forming new relationships with other women. Some of you are also, there are endings that are coming, you getting away from someone that's being possibly domineering. Possibly some of you are dealing with like being cheated on, or getting away from someone who's struggling with substance abuse issues, getting away from someone who's verbally abusive, possibly. Some of you may need to like physically travel to get away from this person. If you're in an abusive relationship, it may be time to like reach out to your parents, reach out to people, reach out to your girls, be like, hey, like if you don't have the money, there are people here who will help you and support you to physically get out of this city, out of this state. Like those of you who are struggling with an abusive relationship of any kind, you are going to need to take your power back and get out of your physical surroundings to be done with this, to get this transformation. Please clarify the King of Swords, because I do feel like for some of you it's a domineering personality, someone that maybe is being really cold or is hurting you or has hurt you in the past. But for some of you, this is you really leveling up. You really like stepping up to the table. You becoming a new authority of something, a promotion of some, promoting yourself, or promotion of some kind, becoming an expert possibly, people coming to you for advice. Also make sure that the advice that you're seeking out are from sound sources. Don't be asking for financial advice from people who are in debt, from people who don't have successful companies, from people whose bills aren't paid on time. It's really important that you pay attention in order to get yourself unstuck. Things are definitely coming to light. There are new I feel like some of you also, it's like you may be in the doghouse for some shit you said, for some shit you did. There may be some of you may be dealing with legal issues here. Some of you are having to pursue something legally that you don't want to. Some of you are having to talk someone down, talk someone off the ledge, talk someone off, from doing something really stupid, from doing something that could, I hear, a punishable offense. Some of you may have to really talk someone down or talk yourself down. Some of you could actually be struggling with really dark thoughts. And it's important that you seek professional help, that you express yourself, that you express that you're having. Don't bottle this shit up. Talk to someone. Hell, if you are having suicidal thoughts, get in my DMs. I will give you a free reading. We will navigate the situation. But also don't take fucking advantage of me. The finger says enough. Anyway, all right. Please clarify the Death card. All right. It's just like me. All right. With the King of Swords there next to the Death card, actually, though, you really could be cutting out what's unnecessary. Shedding the old. Being done with old programming. Concentrating on the essentials. Yes. Let it go so it can flow. Really having a new understanding and awareness and belief of what success and happiness actually is. Collaborating in a new way. Some of you, it's like an ending brings fulfillment. Don't be afraid to let it go. Especially some of you, I hear happiness with a Scorpio, maybe positive conversations that you're having, healing conversations that you're having, and some of you, there are people with maybe heavy Pisces or Scorpio placements that are you're needing to really get away from. You know who you are. And when you move, it's successful. Collaborate. Please clarify the Six of Wands. Don't be afraid to collaborate. Don't be afraid. Well, actually, let's go ahead. I mean, I was kind of short in the beginning. Let's go ahead and clarify the Three of Pentacles. Because there are investments, new foundations that are being established, new structures, new unions coming together. Some of you really get to experience fulfillment, happiness. There also is something about land, getting land. Some of you may be investing in land or going to a new land, traveling, finding new happiness in new lands. Please clarify the Three of Pentacles. Well, I mean, the Five of Pentacles is not necessarily like a super positive card, but it goes up. So, money increasing, stability increasing. But it may be time to check your team. That's the thing. There's just time to check your team. Who feels like dead weight? Some of you, who makes you feel left out? It's like being done with trying to reestablish an old foundation, or like beating a dead horse possibly. Some of you just aren't part of the group. And it's time to move forward. Please clarify the Six of Wands. Stop comparing yourself. Comparing new love to old love. Comparing everything to some idol or idolized frickin' Libra, yes. Like some idolized version of love. It's like when you choose you, when you lean into your power, lean into your oneness, you really, wow, and I couldn't even split this up. You really generate happiness. There may be someone with heavy Gemini, Leo, or fire placements coming in. Maybe even, but Libra, you get into your power. Let what's dead be dead, so that you can move forward and new opportunities can come in, new connections come in, new ways to communicate, new ways to really boss up and be happy and be successful and move forward and boss up. What? Okay. Clearly things get better. Radical change happens. Damn. Because of an ending of a cycle. Don't be afraid to tell it like it is and be done. If people are being cold and aren't being loving and aren't reaching out to you and aren't trying to maintain a connection, don't fucking chase people. Catching flights, not feelings for the rest of this fucking season. I got you. I love you. I mean, that's a thing with Venus going into Sagittarius. It's just about to be popping. There's just too much fun that could, opportunities for fun to be worried about any kind of nonsense about who's not doing what or who's not texting you back. It's like, worry about yourself. Worry about yourself. I love you.